Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to all the weekend warriors. And you're still hustling to the weekends. Hey, that is how you get ahead than your competition, because most likely, hey, it's a nice summer out there. People are taking vacations and enjoying themselves. That's great. But if you're the weekend warrior, congratulations, because I know you're going to be moving right ahead. So today I have something wonderful software I want to kind of share with you that's going to really take your social media marketing to the next level. Now, if you look at a social media network, what is the most visible, attention-grabbing, and most engaging type of content? And that's visualization content, such as images and videos, right? So text doesn't work in the social media network because you're looking at this through a tiny little phone or screen, because the social media interactions, the likes, the comments, and shares are 90% happening on your phone instead of at your desktop computer over there, right? So you want to make sure your image is big, is attention grabbing, and so is your video as well, right? So in the past, people have creating software to making the image separately by itself. Also had to make another piece of software to help you posting schedule to the social media network, right? I found out there's one big common problem with those software. Number one, I had to log into two different interfaces, two different software to first of all creating the image first, and secondly I had to log into the posting software to post the image. So what if you can merge all this into one piece of software? That way it's going to be a huge time saving. Once you collect once you create the image, immediately post or schedule posting to your social media networks, right? So number one, that's going to save you lots of time. And what if number two, most graphic creating social media and post software out there are lacking that one thing, and you can agree with me, and that is what? You still have to come out to what to say in the image. It's just most of the image software out there just have a standard quote, and you have to come out with your own saying or image or question to ask to your social media network. What if the questions already on there? What if there's so many different niches to pick from? What if the questions there? What if the quotes are picked? What if the image is already picked? Is everything done for you, right? Would that save you more time? Well, yes, that's going to save you tons of more time, right? So ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason I have invited my good friend Brad to talk about his brand new software called Vizully, to show you exactly how this thing works, and most importantly, why do you need it? Do you really need this? I mean, if you have other software that does the posting and image creator, as soon as you finish watching this interview, you're gonna agree, hey, this is for the price. Hey, this is pretty cool things to steal from, right, during this launching hours. And check out all the bonuses we have set up for you. Again, this is your free hand. Until next time, I'll be talking to you in the next exciting video. Cheers. Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new episode of interview. And today I have a very, very special guest here. His name is Brad. It's been a while since I interviewed him last time. And today he has a wonderful software that's going to help you creating stunning images. Then he's going to be here actually educating us that what has stopped working when it comes to viral traffic, image related stuff, and what is working in 2017 and so on. What do we need to do right now to capture that traffic, and how do you really making money of the social media traffic? So he's going to talk about a lot of interesting topics, so pay attention. Now, before we get into here, let's kind of learn how Brett got started with internet marketing and how did he eventually become so successful right now. So Brett, would you kind of take over the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Yeah, sure thing. Thanks a lot for having me. It's always good to talk to you. So, my story is probably not all that unique. It's probably what a lot of people experienced. I was in a situation in my life where I was busy. I was working a real lot. I had, wife and kids at home. I was going to graduate school at night. I was working a full-time job. And I wanted to spend more time at home. I didn't want to be in a career or a job where I'm living out of hotels and airplanes. I wanted to be there to raise my kids. And I wanted to be there to do sort of what I wanted to do with my own life. But I was on a different path. I didn't really know, what options I had. I was going to go into consulting when I had finished my graduate degree. So I was actually online one day and I stumbled on something, and I think it was like an ad for like an ebook. And I remember I clicked on it and I said, wow, it never even occurred to me that there was this whole industry, there was this whole ability to do things through the internet. And I thought to myself, wow, if I could do that, I could work on my own house. I could, live life on my own terms, have a flexible schedule, do all of those things too. And so I sort of tinkered with it, and I was doing some research and trying to figure out, like, okay, so how does this work? What are the dynamics? Now, this is taking it back a little while because this was now 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't exactly the internet that you see today, for better and for worse. Mm-hmm. Getting started today is a lot easier in a lot of ways because there are a lot more tools. There's a lot more information. You just have to know where to look and what to do. Mm-hmm. So I started tinkering around with things, and I learned a lot. And then I realized, geez, if I don't get off my butt and start doing something, I'm going to be the smartest broke guy in the industry.
Right.
Like I gotta do something. So, right. I set up a website, and it was ugly and all that other stuff. But I was just trying to create something where I could start to build some traction, get some leads, do something where I could start making some sales. And I eventually did that. I created an ebook, and I sold it for like $17. It took me 6 months from my first day to make my first $17 sale. Mm-hmm. And so it was a long road for me. I was not an overnight success, but I kept at it because I understood the power and the dynamics of being able to work on your own schedule, in your own environment and stuff like that.
Pretty sweet, isn't it? It's pretty sweet.
It's awesome.
I like that too. Yeah.
It's awesome. And so I just started to, I tried to pay attention. I tried to learn from other people and what other people were doing. And I tried to say, how do I get from where I am to where I want to be? I started trying to meet the right people. I went to a couple of conferences, and I just incrementally sort of grew it from there, one step at a time. And I made mistakes along the way, but I really started to dial into what it is that people wanted and what they needed to be successful. And so when I started to create stuff that was working, I said, I want to focus my attention on people that are trying to break into the industry and trying to do what I did, because I understand how hard it was, how much time it took, and how great it would have been to have a mentor or have somebody there to help me along the way with the right stuff. So I changed my focus and started creating tools and information products and stuff like that geared specifically to helping people go from zero to wherever they want to be in the fastest, shortest, easiest possible time. And so, that's basically what I've been doing the last several years. And it's been great because I can create big shortcuts for people.
Okay, great. So if you have a magic wand today, and you can think about all the success you had today and all the failure along the journey that you had today, if you can rewind to start 10 years ago, restart internet marketing, what are 3 things people should focus on if they were in your positions before?
Sure. Well, I think one is definitely taking action. I think it's important to learn, and I think it's important to understand when you've learned enough that you need to start putting things into place. The mistake I almost made was I spent 3 months learning. But then the bell went off, and I realized, wait a minute, it's been 3 months and I haven't done anything. All I've done is uncover the fact that there's more stuff I don't know.
Right.
So there's no end game. You're never going to know it all.
Right.
You've got to just be uncomfortable and do it anyway. So make a plan and take some action to do it. I think that's a really big one. I think a second thing is to be consistent. This is another mistake that tons of people have made. Guys that were even very successful, guys and ladies for that matter, but that were very successful that I met along the way. Some of them have sort of gone by the wayside. They disappeared because what happened is they had one hit, but then they started jumping around looking for the next hot thing instead of sticking with what they know. Focus on something you're passionate about, right? And be consistent and committed to it. Keep doing it because you'll get better and better and better at it. If you want to be a long distance runner, you don't go out and run 2 miles today. And if you don't get the time you want, decide you're going to become a weightlifter, right? What you do is you come up with better exercises and better, fitness things you can do to improve your run time and continue to do it. And eventually you'll get there.
Right.
And the third thing I would say, which I sort of alluded to already, is follow your passion. You can't chase money. The fact of the matter is there's money to be made and being made everywhere and anywhere, every single day, right under your nose, right in front of your eyes. But you're going to be competing with people in whatever niche or whatever business or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So if they're springing out of bed in the morning, happy to be alive and can't wait to get to work, and you're going, ugh, I got to get up and do this again and talk to these people again, you're never going to be successful long term. You can force yourself to do it for a little while, but it'll crumble because those guys will eat your lunch for you. You've got to find something that resonates. And if you don't have that right now, this is the other thing, and it sort of goes back around to the first point. That doesn't mean you need to wait until you find your passion. Start doing, and you will find your passion, because you'll start to discover, I don't like this. I really like that. And you'll start to zero in, and it's exactly what I did. I didn't love all my early projects. I didn't love all the early stuff I did. But by doing them, I recognized what I was good at and what I really liked. And it brought me closer, faster to what I wanted to do. So those are really the three things I would say. If you're starting or you're struggling or you just want to go to another level that you want to do.
That is very, very super awesome. Now, like a Brent said here, that if you don't take an action, you don't take multiple different action trying to focus down your passion, your whatever the money making thing you have to do, you really just have a very expensive hobby. So in both money wise and also in cost of your time wise, because I think time is more valuable than the money, because money, you can, if you have the system in place, you can make a lot of more money, but time, you just can never buy it back. If you're a billionaire, you can never buy one single millisecond back. So treat your time more valuable than the money that you have. So you have to really pick what your money making task is. All right. So very, very cool. This will lead to to this software, because his software is going to really, really save you a lot of time, and is going to save you a lot of money. And he's building a software, like he said, the shortcut to your success. So we're going to talk about that here in a minute. So let's talk about a little bit background story about. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about what has changed in 2017 when it comes to social media marketing, when it comes to viral traffic, and what has stopped working and what started working. Let's talk about that topic a little bit.
Sure. Well, I think what we're seeing is we're seeing a parallel with the internet itself in 2017. And what I mean is, when the internet first became mainstream, so people debate about what year it actually started, but the reality of it is there was pretty much a point where it became mainstream and people were putting up websites. In the beginning, it was sort of like the movie Field of Dreams. If you build it, they'll come. All you had to do was get a website online, and because there were only 500 websites,
right.
There was no competition. People would find you.
Right.
Well, you got to a point where it didn't take very long, but a few years down the road, all of a sudden, it's far too competitive. There's way too many websites, and no longer was it just about having a website. It was about having a website that was engaging. It was about having a website that you could drive traffic to through other means than just putting it online. Well, what we're seeing is social media is obviously the hottest thing out there right now. Mm-hmm. But the reality of it is there's been a shift in terms of what's working. Once again, when these things were all growing and lots of people were jumping on board and they weren't at the level of maturity that they're at right now, what you were getting was a situation where if you posted anything and got a reaction, or if you had any real content to share, you stood out, because most people were just like, hey, look, here's the steak that I had for dinner. So if you had anything useful to say, then you sort of had everybody's ear. Well, now, once again, through paid advertising, but also just through organic posting and through lots of tools, we've gotten to a point where people have become blind to that. If you're just posting random stuff here and there to get content out there online, that isn't going to do anything for you. You're not going to get viral traffic out of that. Right. You're not going to get leads out of that. You're not going to get sales.
Right.
Now in 2017, and as we go into 2018 at the end of the year, is engagement. You've got to find ways to grab people by the eyeballs and get them to interact with you. Not just oh, there's a neat little post. Let me just keep scrolling. Because that's what people do, right? You go on your social media account, you scroll through, and then one thing catches your eye, and you're like, oh, well, companies have figured this out. There are Fortune 500 companies actually doing this right now. And you've probably seen stuff like this online, where you've got like the red or black, and it's a picture of a woman in a dress in red on one side, black on the other, or a fill-in-the-blank question, or some sort of interesting thing. They're conversation starters is the best way to sort of encapsulate what it is. And when you have engaging posts that get a reaction out of people where they respond, those are the things now that are going to get shared. They're going to get commented on. They're going to get liked. They're going to get forwarded. They're going to get clicks. So those are the things that are going to drive traffic for you. Those are the things that are going to drive engagement, and they're going to drive leads and sales. And so that is what we decided, okay, how can we bridge the gap and help people that want to leverage social media and use this without needing to come up with new content all the time?
Right. So if you guys listen to this and watching this right now, and make sure you write down the word engagement. And he kind of already went through the follow-up question, which is, how do you get the engagement? Now, I've been studying Tai Lopez. I mean, I have his programs. I mean, he's like the biggest social media persons out there, right? So, and I want to kind of throw this thing in here on this topic so people can learn this as well. Tai Lopez said, the days that you just posting random quotes all the time into your social media sphere, like, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, it's no longer working. What you need is what he called a VRIN score. So you can Google this, by the way. So V stands for value. So how valuable are you to your target to your target market? And R is how rare are you? You can't just post your content that everybody else can simply Google it, repost it, right? So that's not valuable. People are not going to be like and share it, right? So an I stand for immutable. That's how easy to duplicate, which is what I'm just said here. If it's easy to duplicate, then that's not a very good content anymore, because, if I can just Google a cat, and you post a cat video, I can just simply Google repost that, then that's not valuable viral content anymore. And N is stand for non-substantiable, or easy to replace. Now, what I recommend is, if you're creating any kind of images or videos, one thing I think most of the people don't realize cannot be replaceable is your face, is you, right? I mean, and we can, Brad and Brad here can, and I, for example sake, can say the same quote, but we put his face on it. That would be his unique viral content. If I put my face on, that'd be my unique viral content. So the I don't even know how to pronounce this. The VRIN score is something that before you post, you got to think about, what is my score? The higher, the better. All right. So if you just Google it, you're going to find an entire article about it, how he scored those, which is tied to what Brett just said here, that the days they just randomly post, already share the content or things they can easily share is no longer working anymore, because people are looking for engagement. How to get that engagement? Well, to sum it up, you had to post unique content that's tied to your audience, what they want to watch. And one thing he talked about is you use questions, right? You're using question kind of type of content. And what other type of content are you using to now getting traffic from social medians?
Well, anything from top lists. People love to know, like, oh, who are the top 5 celebrity moneymakers in Hollywood?
Okay.
There could be interesting facts.
Okay.
So if it's, there are as many grains of sand, more stars in the sky than grains of sand on all the beaches in the world. Mm-hmm. They could, and they can also be things like trends. People want to know what the latest trend is. See, the key to this is twofold. It's to find things that are engaging, but also that are relevant to your audience.
Right.
So if they're focused around the niche, you position yourself as an expert and somebody that they want to go to if they feel like, hey, this person understands the trends that are going on in my industry. They understand
Mm.
like all the interesting things that are happening, who the players are, like what. And so you're able to position yourself if you have related content that's specific to a niche, and you have all of those different elements to it. So tips are another one. This is especially relevant, like an easy market to talk about with this is like fashion or
Okay.
beauty. You know what I mean? Like how to put on makeup or how to do any kind of tips that you can offer that give people a little bit of a head start. All of that stuff builds credibility in the viewer's mind for you. Because if you shared with something with them that they got value out of, right? Just the VRIM there, then they're going to remember you for being the person that created that value for them. And so if you have a bunch of that stuff and it's all centered around that one niche, and it's not just random, hey, here's a cat video, and then, you know, look at this, you know, whatever, 400-pound whale stuck on the beach. And then that stuff isn't going to, it's funny, but it isn't related to anything. So all it does is give people a little laugh, but it isn't going to generate any credibility, influence, traffic, or engagement for you specifically.
And another thing is you have to be consistent, which is your rule number 2, right? For anything.
That's right.
But consistent. I've seen people posting maybe once a week and trying to hoping more traffic comes in. I mean, social media is very, very short term, and every single network has different behavior. You know, you know, for example, Pinterest user doesn't behave the same as the Facebook users, but they all share one thing: is you have to be consistent. You almost have to train them on what time you're posting as well. So, so if you have some kind of scheduling system you can follow, you know, maybe you post at 9 a.m. You always post a funny quote, or I don't know, later on 2 p.m. in the afternoon, you post something very, you know, trendy facts or something. So your fan that you follow going to be consistently follow that, because they used to see those kind of content. So once you have those viral content posted in the past, they're going to looking for the future content as well. So there's another quick tips for you guys, and his software is going to pretty much take care of all that for you a little bit later. So let's kind of jump into, you know, there are a lot of social media posting software out there. There's a lot of image creating software out there. Why did you and your partner decide to create this software? What are the downfall you're seeing in other softwares that you want to kind of fulfill this and make it even better, become the ultimate, the what do you call this, social image posting viral traffic software here? So I'll let you kind of take over, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Well, you know, there are a lot of great tools out there, but the reality of it is social media is a visual media. Okay. There's no two ways about it. Okay. If you post a bunch of text posts, even if those text posts are, you know, as good as a Harry Potter novel, no one's ever going to read it, because the reality of it is people aren't going to follow a lot of text.
The problem is, I think it's not problem, but the fact is that most people are viewing on this little tiny screen here.
Yes.
When it comes to social media, right? So it has to be visual, because if it's text, you barely see that.
It's hard to see, and also
you can capture attention.
People a lot of times are scanning things while they're doing other things. They're not dedicated. They're not sitting down to read a book. So they're not going to engage with some post that's, you know, line after line after line in general. So it's a visual media. But the issue is, while there are graphic creating software out there, they're all generic in terms of they just give you templates for things that are, you need to provide all the content. Yeah, the design is there, so you don't need Photoshop, and that's good. It's a help, but you still need to do the research. You need to find the content, and that's where a lot of people fall down. It isn't that they, you know, they've got a graphic design software now, but it's like, okay, but what content do I make? As you said, social media is a short-term, you know, short time span, quick expiring media. You cannot post something and then wait 3 weeks to post something else. You've got to do it consistently. So you need a constant flow of new content. That's really hard to come up with. So there's that problem. Then the other type of tool that's out there is the posting tool. And it's great because it posts to all this different services, but what it's doing is yanking other people's content and posting it. And then you have the same problem that you mentioned earlier. While you're posting it, anybody could have posted that, and they don't need you, so you're not really adding any value. All you're doing is creating more noise because you're sending it out also. And even if the tool goes as far as to spin it, where it like changes up the words so it appears unique, it doesn't fool people. Everybody knows that it's the same thing. There's no way to spin the image. So the image is the image. So what we did was we designed a tool that will combine the best of both into one. What it does is it has the custom graphic design capability of the design software, but it combines that with pre-made content. So you can customize, as you said earlier, right? If you and I have a quote and you say it to your subscribers and I say it to mine, even though the quote is the same, it isn't the same to our audiences because we have a different relationship with them. If we both have the same image with a quote on it and we both, it's the same. So the reality of it is, if you now have the capability to take content that's pre-made, focused around a particular niche, that's going to add value, and then customize that so it looks, feels different, and send it to your own audience, that's truly unique, engaging content. That is what's going to get you results. And that's what we went out and did. We went out and created something that combines the design power of the design software with the social posting power of the posting stuff and rolled it into one so you can get engaging stuff going with unique content that you're able to send out, generate a flood of engagement, visitors, traffic, shares, leads, sales, buyers, etc.
All right, cool. So can you talk about some of the results and you guys are already getting with this new software here?
Yeah, well, I mean, what we've done so far is really just beta test. You know, this has been sort of behind closed doors,
right?
Because we've been optimizing everything and making sure that all the features work exactly the way we want. We added a bunch of different things to it to make sure that when people use it, they have the ability to create designs and information that's unique enough. We wanted to load enough templates in there also that there's enough unique content. So what I can do is I can show you how it works if you think that that would help.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so let me see. I can share the screen here easily. Let me just open the software back here. And then just give me 1 second. As soon as I get this logged in, I will share the screen. And then hopefully I can show you guys exactly what we got going on here, because I am super jazzed about this. I think it's awesome. And I hope you will feel the same way. Okay. So I need to do, I guess I do desktop, share screen.
Yep.
You got me now?
It takes a couple. Yep. I see it now.
Okay. So you see the interface?
Yep.
Okay. So basically the way that this works is I'm logged into the designer dashboard, and you can go over here on the left and you can pick designs by the type. Okay. So if you want hot tips, you know, you could pick a design from the tips. If you want a Facebook cover, because you're going to, or YouTube art, something like that, you can just click on those and that's totally fine. And then when you click on the design, it loads it into the template designer canvas, and then you can make customizations. But here's where it really shines. If I go over here to where it says niches, instead of searching by just the design type, and then I need to sort of fit it to my niche, if I'm in the health and fitness niche, all I got to do is click on health and fitness. And it's going to pull up all the templates that we've got in that entire niche. And it's going to tell you what kind of templates they are as well. So you can see right above it, motivation, fact, greeting cards. Let's see. You've got posters, quotes, Twitter headers, and it's all broken down by niche. So what's great about that, if we go to travel and real estate, right? You have the ability to search by niche. You have top travel industry influencers, top list. You've got tips. You've got questions. So these are all posts that are going to engage your visitors. But what it allows you to do is to grab these things and then you can customize them any way you want. So you have a whole sea of content based on your niche that you can use to post, and you can customize them. So I've loaded this in the designer, and then I can go ahead and customize this any way I want. If I want to go and I want to add a shape, I can go into the shapes and I can add a shape here. And then with the shape, you can resize. You can change the transparency on it. You can change the colors. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to, if you wanted to do this, and then you can change the layer that it sits on. So you can go ahead and do something like that where it actually will change that. You can change the graphics. You can change the images. There are lots of elements built in. We have lighting. We have different backgrounds. There are transparent photos with just like people or things. So when you put them on there, it'll sit on top of the image. There are tons of photos. We have graphic illustrations. There are frames. So you can frame the image around the outside. There's icons. So you have tons of different options of things you can do. And then there are effects as well. And for the effects, you can do things like a mosaic. You can also obviously edit the text. You can add as many text layers as you want, and you can edit the text. You can change the color of the text. You can go ahead and change the font. There are a couple hundred fonts built in. So you have tons of different options and ways that you can customize this. You can change the background image if you wanted to do that. You can even upload your own images if you choose to do that. And you can import images from Pixabay and other free online services just by searching and then pulling in the royalty-free images and adding them to your design. So that's how the designer works. But that's just step one. What that's going to allow you to do, right, is that's going to allow you to create those engaging content posts, and it's going to allow you to make them unique because the text of it, the research, the content is already there. Now it's just a matter of you make the design unique, and then you go up to where it says publish. And when you go to publish it, what this is going to allow you to do is this is going to allow you to pick your socials that you want to publish it to. And you can choose any of the ones that you've connected. We've got Pinterest, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. I haven't added a Twitter account. You can type your message. So I could just do test message or whatever. You could put in your own link. So what that means is you could put in an affiliate link, which gets cloaked. You could put in a link for your website, a link for one of your social media profiles. Any link that you want to put in, you can put in, and then you can post it in one click, or you can go ahead and you can schedule the post. This is what, like Hen was saying before, where you can literally schedule a week, a month, a year's worth of content to go out by just going in and clicking on schedule a post and then allowing it to schedule those posts for you. And then you can go in and look at your scheduled posts and see what's scheduled to go out. It tells you what socials it's going to post to, when it's going to go out, and what the text of your message is. So there are a ton of different options, and we're just really scratching the surface.
And I see you can schedule posting video too, because I have a huge follow for video marketers.
There are so many additional things involved in this. Like what I just showed you is basically the front end.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how much you want to talk about other things or other stuff, but there are a couple of other really awesome features that are in a couple of the upgrades that really take it to another level along the lines of video and animation.
Yeah, can you kind of talk about how video works? And because I have a lot of video marketers, maybe they can use this for their video market, even it's an upgrade and all that great stuff.
Yeah, sure. Well, two of the other things that we've built into the software, I showed you the image side of things. Right. There's also a GIF creator. Okay. What the GIF creator allows you to do is you can upload a video, you can grab a YouTube video, or you can create designs in the designer and then add them as slides to the GIF and then generate the GIF. So what that means is you could create everything from animated banners to those little memes and those funny little, animated GIFs. Same thing. You could schedule them, you could post them. those are animated posts that will be small enough that they'll autoplay on the services that allow autoplay. Then we also have a parallax video creator. And the parallax video creator allows you to take an uploaded video or a YouTube video. You can literally decide what area, you pick and choose the area of the video for it to animate. That part will animate and the rest will stay still. So you can actually literally take a YouTube video. You can customize the front slide of the video in the designer, and then you can have the rest of it animate behind it. So it's like creating your own custom animated parallax videos. Same thing, you can post it in one click to the socials.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So, all right. So let's talk about the name of the product, time to launch, and who's going to be really benefit for getting this?
Sure. The name of the product is Vizully. It's Vizully, and it's Vizully is how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Just like something you see with your eyes.
Okay.
It is going to launch on the 27th of August at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Okay. And what's really important is for the first 3 hours, we have an early bird. Okay. So you want to get in early because the early bird is from 10 to 1. The price will be frozen and then it starts to go up from there.
So what time does the launch again?
10 o'clock in the morning on August 27th.
Got it. All
and
right.
So who the product is for? It is for anybody who's new and looking for a way to really get started online. It's for anyone who's been struggling and hasn't been able to build a following or get anything going on social media. It's for any marketer that wants to expand their reach. It's for anybody that wants to build influence online, grow a following, anybody who wants to generate more traffic, more leads, and more sales, whether they're your own sales or whether they're affiliate commissions. That's what it's designed to do for you.
And I think it's also for a local marketer too. Like if they want to run a social media agency, and this is a great tool.
Absolutely. It automates everything for you.
And what is the starting out price, about the range that you can share? Or
yeah, the early bird price. Okay, so it's going to start at a discount. Okay. So the regular price on the software is going to be $47.
Okay.
At the early bird, we're going to start it at $27.
Great.
So you get a huge discount if you act fast.
50% off.
Yeah, and we're going to lock that in for the first 3 hours.
Okay, cool. 3 hours. All right. Let's talk about what is inside the OTOs, if you don't mind.
Sure. Well, we have everything. So, I mean, specific order, but basically we have a large group of templates. The base pack comes with a couple hundred templates. So the graphic templates. We have a much bigger package with like 500 more templates included in it. Link cloaking and a few other key features in there as well. The Pixabay integration and stuff like that. Then we have the GIF creator, as I had mentioned, that you can create either from designs you've made or from videos. Then we have the parallax creator. And so those are the various upgrades that we're going to be offering.
Okay, cool. What are do you mind sharing the price range for those, OTO1, OTO2?
You know what? I don't mind doing it, but honestly, that's something that Mo is actually taking care of.
Okay.
So we actually, to be honest with you, haven't finalized everything.
Okay.
Or at least he probably has, but I don't have all the information on that. Sorry.
No problem. I understand. So without all that being said, I think that my last question for you is that, again, with all the software that people may or may not have, around social media and image creators, why should they pick this up? Well, what makes this different? Are you there?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I think what makes Vizully different and actually better. Yes. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It must have just glitched or something.
Yeah, it did.
What makes Vizully different and better is the fact that it combines multiple tools into one. You know, as a marketer, as an internet marketer, you know as well as I do, one of the lessons you learn, either out of your own wisdom or just from the school of hard knocks, is that you got to get more done in less time. You have to automate. And you don't want to have to use 5 tools to do something that you could use with one. So the reality of it is, you could go and find some design tool and you could make nice designs with that. And then you could find some good posting tool and you can make, you know, posts with that. But then you're still going to need to go do the research and find the content. This combines it all into one. So basically you could throw out those other tools and just use Vizully as the replacement, and it will do the work of all 3 in one.
Cool. Awesome. So with all that being said, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking your time to watch this. And Brett, thank you for taking your time here and to tell you all about this. So make sure you stop by there at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to grab the early bird price, and also check out all the bonuses we have set up for you. And listen, there's more people migrating from usually the Google organic traffic and now to social media, and for a reason, because the social media is a lot faster now. If you have the right tool and the right strategy to get the people click through and to build your list, or send to an offer. If you're not in social media, number 1, you need to get into it. Start building a following fans, and number 2, if you do have social media, you need to keep going it, because that's what the future traffic is going to be. If you notice, why is Ty Lopez spent $2,000, $3,000 on paid advertising on social media to build like 1 million fan followers? For a reason, because that's what the future is going to be. Now, you don't have to spend that much money with this tool. It's just one small investment. Now you can slowly and grow your following fan to follow as well. You got to position, you got to see where the future goes. From year 2017 on, you got to be on social media. And what is the best account on social media? Visual images, right? So make sure you go pick this up, and make sure you pick this up and check out the bonus we have today. And thank you for watching. And Brett, thank you so much for being here.
Did you know that a picture says 1,000 words? That's right. But the fact is, no one cares. With 3.6 billion people online, a staggering 90% don't care anymore. In fact, if you're selling with pictures, it's more the reason why they're not interested. But did you know, leading brands are getting customer attention in 1/10 of 1 second? That's right, they're getting paying customers effortlessly, without selling, and without spending a dime on advertising. Those sales they get all day, every day, it's coming from social media. It's brilliant. It's the new way. And right now, no one else is doing this. Here's why. Constantly coming up with ideas, the right ideas, with the right picture and the right message is overwhelming. It's true. Ask the experts that are winning. It takes time, and we get it. Attention-grabbing designs with targeted, engaging messages. And if that wasn't challenging enough, you have to post at the right moment. And that too to each social network, one by one. It's mind-blowing, but it works like crazy. It's the new way, right now, to get customers fast. But what if? What if you could suddenly have all the right ideas, the right visuals, and the right messages without stress? What if you could instantly captivate and significantly grow your audience like never before? What if you could rapidly save time and easily turn visitors into new leads, sales, and buyers? And that's why we built Vizully just for you. A brand new customer captivating system that sells without selling. Award-winning designs that effortlessly get attention. Engages your audience with enticing messages that inspire. Gets them excited so they become delightful paying customers. That's right. But that's not all. It's how you can get 40 times more exposure to profits when others share them too. And right now, you can do this in 3 easy steps. Step 1. Take out the guesswork. Instantly activate a visual promotion campaign for your product or service. It's that simple. Step 2. Set and forget. To automate your efforts, auto-post, schedule, and broadcast. Immediately leverage millions of targeted users on social networks. A powerful combination. And finally, step 3. effortlessly start banking profits hands-free. And that's pretty much it. Totally push-button easy, so you profit. The stress of coming up with great ideas, fast, professional-level visual content, and free traffic, all gone. No need for other software or apps. No need to pay for stock images, hire virtual assistants or designers. No need to manually post, broadcast, and syndicate to social networks one by one. Vizully effortlessly makes an impact for you. It attracts real people in your niche with a bang, all day, every day. Stunning, attention-grabbing visuals that showcase your authority with engaging promotions and style, making it brain-dead simple so they take the action you want. That's right, you have limitless possibilities for cool, fun, and engaging social posts that finally captivates attention. No need to code or get creative. It's simple with the drag and drop what you see is what you get editor. You can start from scratch with the Dimension ready-to-edit blank canvas, or you can supercharge your results with on-demand categories and styles, ready-to-go template designs loaded with promotional ideas for you. Visually engaging ideas that save you time, and lots of it too. And once ready, one-click auto post, schedule automation, broadcasting to over 2.4 billion users on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn on autopilot. Your messages spread like wildfire. You get noticed, visitors engage, click, and buy your stuff. It's that powerful. You can even add your links to give others the ability to share, like, pin, tweet, to increase your exposure and grow your sales. Never has it been this easy to sell without selling. Automating time-consuming tasks you hate. It's perfect because Vizully does the work for you with awesomeness. But that's not all. You can even use them on your website, your blog, e-com store, in your emails, and even your Facebook ads. Yes, that's right. Facebookers love them. And it's that easy to get started too. You can have your Vizully account up and running, selling for you in less than 60 seconds. There's nothing to download or install. Everything is at your fingertips, making it easy to access and get results on the move. It doesn't matter what market or what you sell. Vizully empowers you with perfect ideas and high-converting graphics that gets the attention you deserve, so you can finally nurture relationships and grow big. Coming up with the right ideas to confidently publish amazing content that drives sales. Wouldn't that be great? More sales faster with little to no work? Of course. And with Vizully, you can do exactly that. It's fun, easy, and fast. It takes seconds to activate your account, and you're minutes away from boosting your profits. Click the button below and grab Vizully now. So if you want results that drive visitors to engage, click so you can sell more stuff. This is your opportunity. It's your time to get more. Do it now with Vizully, the #1 most powerful, visually captivating system engineered to drive customers straight to you, paying customers you deserve. What more could you ask for? It works, and it's here. It's all here. The next dimension, serving customers all day, every day, just for you. Get Vizully today. It's the smart choice. So click the button below right now and start getting your customers.
I'm going to show you how to get traffic, leads, and sales in just minutes with Vizully. So what we're going to do is log into the designer, and then we can go ahead and choose from any of the professional templates that are already included here. These are all graphic templates that we're going to be able to customize in literally just a few clicks. There's tons of different templates by category, or we can go over to the niches and we can choose templates based on the hottest niches out there. What's really great about this is you're getting everything from promotions to interesting tips to engaging quotes to interesting facts to engaging questions to top 5 lists and more. So you're never going to need to worry about how to come up with content to engage your audience again. It's literally all right there for you. So then we just need to choose a design that we want to customize. So we scroll through until we find a design that we like, and then all we have to do is click on that design to load it into the designer. Now once we've done that, we can edit all the different elements of this. So we can go ahead and remove different shapes. We can add shapes. We can move things around. We can resize them. We can change their color. to pretty much anything that we want to do. So there's a lot of different customization options here. We can also add different elements. We can add lighting. We can add backgrounds, transparencies. We can add photos, illustrations, frames, and icons. We can edit the effects. We can make like a mosaic and do other effects like that. You can add as many text layers as you want. And you can even upload your own images. You obviously can change the text. And once you have it the way you want it to be, you just click on publish. And once you've done that, you can choose the socials you want it to publish to. You can enter your message here that you want it to post with. You can even insert a link, your own website link, your blog link. You can do an affiliate link, whatever you want to put here, you can put in as a link and you can schedule the post or you can post it right now. And it's that simple to get traffic, leads, and buyers starting right now with Vizully.